Here's a short, punchy, and powerful hook for your video. Got 5 minutes? That's all you need to torch belly fat and carve your abs. No equipment, no excuses. If you want, I can give 5 more ultra hook variations that are optimized for YouTube clicks. Do you want me to do that? It all starts with a simple truth. Most of us spend hours scrolling, working, or running errands, and somehow, the belly fat just won't quit. You've tried long workouts, expensive gym memberships, and complicated meal plans, but nothing seems to stick. And the frustration builds. You glance in the mirror, notice the stubborn layer around your midsection, and think there has to be a faster, smarter way. Here's the good news. There is. You don't need equipment. You don't need an hour. You don't even need to leave your living room. 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes to start chiseling your core, building strength, and feeling the burn in all the right places. And the best part? It's simple, effective, and completely doable, even on the busiest days. Imagine this. You're on the floor, timer ready, heartbeat quickening, not from stress, but from anticipation. Your muscles are awake, alert, and ready to engage. The air around you is light, maybe a little warm, just enough that you can feel the first beads of sweat forming. Each breath is intentional. Each movement is purposeful. You're about to challenge yourself in a way that actually works. The mental game is just as important as the physical. This is your moment to prove that dedication doesn't have to be complicated. This isn't about spending hours in the gym or following some fancy trend. This is about you, your focus, and 5 minutes of uncompromised effort. By the end of this short session, your core will feel tighter, your muscles will hum with energy, and you'll walk away knowing that time is never the enemy. It's your ally. This is where we turn frustration into action. Where you stop thinking, I don't have time, and start feeling, I'm making progress. And as you settle into the first movement, there's a subtle but undeniable sense of tension. Your body bracing, your abs contracting, your mind sharpening. You can almost hear the quiet challenge. Let's see what you're made of. So, if you've ever felt stuck, overwhelmed, or just plain tired of the same old routines, take a deep breath and get ready. In just 5 minutes, we're going to target every inch of your abdominal muscles, upper, lower, and obliques, with moves designed to be efficient, effective, and brutally satisfying. No watts, no machines, just you, your body, and the determination to push through. By the time this session is over, you'll feel that first spark of transformation, the subtle tightening of your core, the warmth spreading through your muscles, and the undeniable satisfaction that comes from doing something for yourself, even when life is busy. Your 5 minutes start now. The challenge is real, but the reward is immediate. Let's crush it. Before you dive into the burn, the sweat, and the challenge, it's essential to prepare both your body and your mind. Think of this warm-up as the quiet moment before the storm. Just a few minutes to awaken your muscles, focus your energy, and get your core ready for the workout ahead. Even in a short 5-minute routine, these first moments are critical. They set the pace, prime your muscles, and mentally anchor you for the effort to come. Start standing tall. Feet shoulder-width apart, shoulders relaxed, arms hanging naturally. Take a slow, deep breath, feeling the air fill your lungs and expand your chest. Exhale, letting any tension in your shoulders and back melt away. This is your transition from the outside world to a space dedicated entirely to your body. It's subtle, but it matters because the mental focus you cultivate here will make the exercises more effective, more controlled, and more satisfying. Begin with a gentle torso twist. Rotate your upper body slowly to the right, feeling the stretch across your obliques, then back to center and to the left. Let your arms move naturally with the motion, almost like you're gently wringing out tension from your torso. Each twist wakes up the muscles along your sides, preparing them to stabilize your core during the upcoming crunches and planks. Notice how your back muscles respond, how your midsection engages without effort. There's a quiet hum of energy building. This is the spark that will carry through the entire routine. Next, shift into side bends. Reach your right arm overhead and lean gently to the left, elongating the side of your torso. Hold for a breath, Feel the stretch, then switch sides. This movement primes the obliques, creating awareness of how your core muscles lengthen and contract. It's a small, subtle motion, but it awakens your body in a way that no static stretching can achieve. With every bend, feel the energy circulating through your abs, your back, and even your shoulders. Now bring it to the floor with a few cat-cow stretches on all fours. Arch your back, lifting your chest and tailbone, then round slowly, tucking your chin toward your chest. This sequence mobilizes your spine, engages your deep core muscles, and improves the flow of blood to the areas you'll work hardest. Take your time here. Each movement should feel intentional, controlled, and grounding. Finally, activate your abs with a few controlled standing marches or knee lifts. Lift one knee at a time toward your chest, engaging your lower abs, and let your arms move naturally to maintain balance. These tiny bursts of effort prime the body for the intensity ahead, while also giving your mind a subtle challenge. Coordination, focus, and control are all starting to work together. By the end of this warm-up, your body should feel alive, your core awake, and your mind focused. There's a quiet anticipation now, a tension that's exciting rather than exhausting. You know the burn is coming, and instead of hesitation, there's readiness. 5 minutes may seem short, but every second counts, and this warm-up ensures that the first move will hit your muscles precisely where it should, maximizing effectiveness and minimizing risk. Take a final deep breath. Feel your feet grounded, your core engaged, your shoulders relaxed. Your mind is present, your body is ready. In just moments, the real work begins, and your 5-minute abs transformation is about to start. Now that your body is awake and your mind is focused, it's time to move into the first real challenge of the workout, the crunch. This isn't just any crunch. It's a deliberate, controlled movement designed to engage every fiber of your abdominal muscles, from the upper abs down to the lower. This is where the transformation begins, and where your 5 minutes start to matter in a tangible, satisfying way. Lie down on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor about hip-width apart. Place your hands lightly behind your head or cross them over your chest, whatever feels comfortable, but don't pull on your neck. The goal is control, not strain. As you exhale, lift your shoulder blades off the floor, curling your torso upward, and feel the contraction along your upper abs. Pause for a moment at the peak, noticing the muscles fully engaged, then slowly lower back down. This isn't about speed. It's about feeling every movement, letting your core do the work. The beauty of a crunch is in its simplicity. But here's where we turn simplicity into intensity variations. Start with a standard crunch for the first set, focusing on form. Then move into a twist crunch, where you lift and rotate your torso slightly to the right as your left elbow moves toward your right knee. Switch sides with the next rep. This subtle rotation engages the obliques, awakening parts of your core that often stay dormant during basic workouts. Notice how your side muscles tighten and release with every motion. The sensation is precise and controlled, like sculpting your body with intention. Even small pauses make a difference. At the top of each crunch, hold for just a second. Feel the quiet tension in your abs, the pulse of effort that radiates from your midsection. This is where results begin. Every slow contraction burns more calories, strengthens more muscle fibers, and teaches your body to engage the core fully. There's also a mental component here. It's about awareness. Watching your form, noticing your breathing, feeling the engagement. That's what separates a rushed exercise from a truly effective one. As you move through these crunch variations, keep your breathing steady and deliberate. Inhale as you lower down, exhale as you lift. This rhythm is part of the tension and release, a subtle push and pull that trains not just your abs, but your endurance and focus. Even the smallest details, fingers grazing your temples, shoulder blades barely lifting, elbows soft, add to the full sensory experience. You're learning to feel your body in motion, to recognize when a muscle is truly activated, and to stay present in the moment. By the end of this first intense segment, your abs will feel warm, awake, and alive. You may notice a subtle shaking or a deep, satisfying burn. Both are signs that the muscles are engaged and working hard. This is the payoff for 5 minutes of focused effort. The mind-body connection is stronger, your core is engaged, and your confidence grows with every controlled repetition. Now that your upper abs and obliques are primed, the next move is just around the corner, where the intensity shifts, the challenge increases, and your core is pushed even further. But for now, take a breath, feel the contraction, and relish the sensation of progress. You're not just doing crunches, you're building strength, focus, and momentum that will carry you through the entire workout. With your upper abs already engaged from the first crunch segment, it's time to take your core to the next level. This is where the obliques come into play. The muscles along the sides of your torso that give your waist definition, improve stability, and create a balanced, sculpted midsection. Here, the workout shifts from basic activation to targeted intensity, and your body will start to feel the full impact of focused effort. Start on the floor in a bicycle crunch position. Lie flat on your back, hands lightly behind your head, elbows soft. Lift your legs so your knees are bent at a 90-degree angle, hovering just above the floor. As you exhale, bring your right elbow toward your left knee while extending your right leg out straight, keeping it off the ground. Then switch sides, left elbow to right knee, cycling through the movement in a controlled, deliberate rhythm. This motion doesn't just target the obliques, it engages the lower abs, strengthens your hip flexors, and challenges your coordination. Focus on form over speed. The temptation might be to rush through the reps, but the true benefit comes from slow, controlled engagement. Feel your side muscles tighten as you twist, your lower abs stabilizing your hips, and the subtle tremor in your legs from holding them aloft. This is where awareness matters most. Notice the exact points of contraction, the way your torso rotates, and the tension that travels along your sides. Each movement is like a quiet pulse of energy, signaling your body to adapt and grow stronger. Now, shift into a side plank for an isometric challenge. Place your forearm on the floor, elbow under your shoulder, and stack your feet. Lift your hips so your body forms a straight line from head to toe. Hold this position, engaging your obliques to keep your hips elevated. Feel the burning tension along your sides as you balance, the stabilizing muscles in your shoulders and core working silently to maintain control. Even a brief pause, 10 to 15 seconds, teaches your body endurance and precision. During these movements, pay attention to breathing. Inhale as you prepare. Exhale as you twist or lift. Let your breath guide the rhythm, allowing your muscles to contract fully with each motion. The combination of controlled movement and intentional breathing creates a sensory-rich experience. You can feel the energy circulating through your torso, the subtle shake of muscles that are working harder than ever, and the focused calm that comes from being fully present. By the end of this core challenge segment, you'll feel your obliques firing, your abs fully awake, and a deep sense of accomplishment building. The tension in your midsection is a signal of progress, the quiet, satisfying proof that every controlled twist, lift, and hold is sculpting your body. You're no longer just moving through exercises. You're mastering awareness, strength, and endurance in real time. This is the moment where your 5-minute session begins to feel transformative. Your body is alive with energy, your core is deeply engaged, and you're mentally prepared for the high-intensity finisher ahead. Take a slow breath, shake out any tension in your shoulders, and get ready to push through the next challenge. The dynamic, high-energy moves that will test your endurance and leave you feeling both exhausted and empowered.